Hello everyone, Absent Friend here, and today we are going back into the Disney Villainous Introduction to Evil box to check out Maleficent. So let's head on to the game table and check it out. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell to be alerted when new episodes are available. And here we are at the gaming table, and we're looking at the old Maleficent board. But now we're going to compare it to the new Maleficent board. And there she is, new Maleficent. So what are the differences? Well, let's start with the objective. The old board, you have to start your turn with a curse at every location, which you all know I hate. And now the new one says have a curse at each location. Isn't that great? So it's the same objective, you don't have to start your turn. So that's wonderful. So let's get the old Maleficent board out of here. Put this one up, and now let's take a look at the actions. The actions have not changed. That's it. That's the only difference. The actions did not change. If y'all saw it when y'all looked at the old board with the new board, the actions are the same. So nothing changed there. Now let's take a look at her villain deck and see what is new and what is old. We'll start with the biggest change to her deck, and that is the curses. So let's look at these curses. These are the old curses: Green Fire, Forest of Thorns, and Dreamless Sleep. Pardon me. The old ones and now the new ones. So as you can see, the old ones, okay. So, the old ones, you just put them down wherever you want, and heroes cannot be played to this one. Heroes cannot be played to this one unless their strength of 4 or more, and then heroes get -2 while they're at that location. And the only way to discard them, this one you discard if you play a hero there. This one you discard if Maleficent goes there, and you discard this one if you play an ally there. So that's the old curses. You play them wherever you want, whenever you want, and as long as they you don't discard them or do something to discard them, they stay in play. However, in the new ones, the same rules apply, but you can only play them to locations with an ally. So you have to have an ally at that location to play a curse. So you have to play Maleficent's goons to be able to play your curses. Okay? So that's really the only difference. Costs are the same, the effects are the same, but you just have to have an ally there. However, that does not mean you have to keep it there. You can move curses just like you can move them in the past, but you still have to play them. You have to start them where there's an ally. You can't just play them willy-nilly. So, isn't that lovely? Speaking of the allies, let's check them out. Alright, so we have our Sinister Goon, our Savage Goon, and our Cackling Goon. They are 1, 2, 3 cost, and they have 1, 3, 4 strength. This guy gets strength boost with heroes. This guy gets a strength boost with curses. Now let's look at the new allies. They're exactly the same. Same cost, same strength, same boosts, everything. But these are the ones. But remember, you have to have these to play curses at their location. So get them out there. And you know, if I were to recommend, I would say play as many of the cheap ones as you can. Save yourself some power. Like I said, once the curse is out there, you can get rid of these guys. You know, use them in vanquish actions or whatever. But they have to be there for the curse to initially appear. All right. Now let's take a look at her only 2 effects that she has, which is Dragon Form and Vanish. That's the old ones, and here are the new ones. They're identical. They do the exact same thing as they did in the previous, in the old version. So there's that. All right, now let's find that one other ally that she has that everybody loves. Unless you're playing against Maleficent, then you hate it, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Gotta find him. I had him. There he is. Okay. So we have Mr. Raven Old and Mr. Raven New. So, he used to only cost 3. Now he costs 4. And he has the same effect. So before Maleficent moves, you can move the Raven anywhere you want. And he will do an action, an available action at that new location, except Fates. That's still true. However, in the new one, we all can see that. In the new one, curses cannot be played to his location. So he's the only ally you can't play curse on. So if you think I'm just going to move him around the board and play curse there and then move him somewhere else, play curse there, that ain't going to happen. So you're going to have to put some allies out, move them about, or play multiple allies or something. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right, now let's find those items that she has. Her wonderful items. Love her items. Well, I mean, the spinning wheel's okay, but that staff, it's amazing. I love items like this. I wish there were more of them in other Villainous games and other Villainous heroes or villains. Okay, so those there are the items from the old deck and the items from the new deck. As you can see, they have the exact same effect, so that's great. They didn't touch those. So there we go. Okay, now let's look at our conditions, because we kind of skipped that when we did Ursula, remember? And if my memory is correct, they only changed one little thing on one little condition. So there are the old conditions, and here are the new conditions. So we have the old tyranny and the new tyranny are exactly the same. 3 more allies, you get 3 cards, and then discard 3 cards. The old malice is if another player defeats a hero with a strength of 4 or more, then Maleficent gets to defeat a hero with a strength of 4 or less. The new one says 3 or more on their side, 3 or less on your side. So you have a lot more options. Well, I say you have a lot more options. You can't use that. Okay, so I think this one, it can activate more often, but you can't use it as freely because almost every hero, I think, in Maleficent's Fate deck has 4 or less. However, you had to wait for someone else to defeat a hero with a strength of 4 or more, which didn't happen very often. This one, there are a lot more heroes out there that have 3 or more, but there are a lot less heroes in Maleficent's Fate deck that have 3 or less. So I guess that's kind of a way to balance it. I'm not sure if it's better or worse. I guess we'll see. I rarely ever get to use them, so I would probably say her condition cards are probably the ones I get to use the least. Alright, so that's pretty much it in her villain deck. Not much has changed. So the curses are changed. The couple little single cards have changed. That's it. So now let's see if her Fate deck cards have changed any. Let's start with the heroes. And we'll start with our favorite trio of ladies. It's the good fairies. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Those are the old ones. Here are the new ones. There she is. Okay. So, we'll start with Fauna. It's the same. She has the same strength, same effect. Flora, same strength, same effect. Merryweather, same strength, same effect. However, there's an addition. Curses cannot be played or moved to Merryweather's location. So remember how in the old game, if you put Merryweather somewhere and you can't play a curse there, but you can play a curse over here and then move it? Not now. If Merryweather is in that location, curses cannot be played or moved there at all. So that is incredible. That is a wonderful, wonderful addition to her, and definitely puts a wrinkle, or definitely puts a wrench in Maleficent's plans. For, I almost said world domination, but maybe she is after world domination. I don't know. She definitely just wants everybody to be miserable. That's for sure. All right, so let's take a look at one of our other heroes here. We'll start off with these guards. That's the old guards. And those are the new guards. And they are the same. Same strength, and you have to use 2 allies to defeat them. So they're good at blocking stuff. And making it more difficult to defeat them. Okay. Now let's look at this guy. That's the old one. And where is he in the new one? There he is. Okay. So it looks like he's the same as well. So when you play, you have to move. You may move one ally from each adjacent location to his location. Same thing. So it's a good way to get heroes if she's spreading heroes out to play those curses. That's a good way to move them about and mess up those plans. All right. So now let's take a look at Aurora, King Stefan, and Prince Philip. All right, so those are the old ones. Oops, wrong thing. And here come the new ones. I don't see why these would change. Yep, Stefan's the same. They're still all the same strength. These are your 4 or more heroes. Okay, so I was wrong. Prince Philip has 5. I thought they were only 4. So these are your 4 or more. These are the heroes that cannot be. Wait, you're saying Merryweather. Yeah. Okay, Merryweather too. Those are all 4 or more, so those will not be affected by Malice. The other heroes will. That includes the guards, so that's a good way to get rid of guards if you can play that condition. But there you have it. So, but other than that, they are absolutely the same. So you discard allies with Philip. You move Maleficent with King Stefan, and with Aurora, you can look at the next card in Aurora's fate. In Maleficent's fate deck, and if it's a hero, you can play it. Otherwise, you just put it right back. So there we have it. Okay. So those are all the heroes, I think. Yep. So let's take a look at that Sword of Truth. Okay. Old one and new one. Old one says you can attach it to a hero with no other attached items, and that hero gets +2. Okay, so it's the same. They just reworded it. They've took out the redundant language on this one, on the old one, and so because it's +2, right? You can see that right there. You don't have to have it in the writing as well. So I can see why they took that out. So there's the old Sword of Truth. The new one, same thing. They do the exact same stuff. And the only other card she has is her effect, her fate effect, Once Upon a Dream. And I believe these are also the same. So yeah, they are the same. Discard a card from a location in Maleficent's realm that has a hero. So, which again is kind of rare because those green fires can't have heroes there. Well, no, I guess you could if you actually moved one into a hero's location. I guess that would work. But there you have it. So, okay. Now, we're going to do some rearranging here. I'm going to move my camera to a better angle, and we're going to actually do a live playthrough of the new Maleficent to show you guys how she works. And so stick around. All right, here we go. We're back, and we've set up everything. We have the new deck here, and we have my counter ready. My cauldron's ready over there. So let's check it out. Let's see if I can shuffle these up a little bit better than I did in Ursula's deck. My goodness. Terrible shuffle. All the curses ended up at the very bottom. Not pleasant. Okay. Whoops. Those are probably all the curses right there. Alright. There we go. Now we'll get this fate deck in. While you're waiting for me to shuffle, this is a good time to like and subscribe. you haven't already. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is a wonderful place to come to if you enjoy tabletop games, especially this one. I know I seem to be kind of fixated on it. They just keep putting out new stuff all the time. You know, I'm just now getting caught up. So, all right, here we go. So, let's go ahead and get our hand, and we'll get going here. All right, so here's our first hand. Oh, good, the Raven's out now. This is gonna be great. All right, so here we go, folks. Turn one. All right, so you know what I forgot? Forgot Maleficent's mover. There's her new mover compared to her old maneuver. Her old mover. The new one is more solid and a little bit shinier. Got a different shade of green. And the old one's still, you know, of course, that transparent Jolly Rancher looking color, which, you know, I kind of like. But the new one's good too. So here we go. We're going to use this new one. So we start on our portrait because that's what we do in this version. Okay. So we're going to head towards, and I know a lot of people frown on this, but I really need the power. And I really like to discard on my first turn if I can. If I need to. It just depends. But I need 4 power to play that stupid Raven. So what we're going to do is we're going to play, we're going to discard this dragon form. And we're going to play Vanish for 0. And that's it. Okay? So now we're going to draw back up to 4. And now we're at turn 2. Oh god, all my dragon forms. Alright, well, we're going to reappear. And we're going to gain 3. And we're discarding these dragon forms. And for 4, we're going to play our Raven. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play him over here. And you'll see why in a minute. And for my second card, we're going to go and play the Sinister Goon. And we're going to put him right here. Alright. So, we have our Raven. And we have a Sinister Goon. And I know the Faders are not happy about that because they hate the Raven. So they're going to hope for Prince Philip in the draw here. So here we go. We're being faded. Our first fade of the game. Well, we can't play the Sword of Truth because there's nobody to attach it to. So we're going to play the guards. And we're just going to have them cover up that double card play action. Alright. Because that's, you know, Maleficent playing 2 cards in 1 turn. That's not good. You got to get rid of that ability ASAP. Okay. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the Raven. Oh, this is turn 3. Oh wait, I got to draw back at 4 because I used up all my cards. And I hate that I had to give up all my dragon forms because those would be perfect for getting rid of those guards. But that's okay. We had to get to these curses. Alright, so we have these cards here. And we're going to, first of all, move the Raven. Now we're going to move the Raven before I move here. So we're going to gain 3 power. And then we're going to move to Briar Rose's cottage. And we're going to move the Raven here. And again, I have a reason for that. So I use my move action to do that. We're going to gain 2 power. And I'm going to play for 1 a Cackling Goon. And that's all I can do. And I'm not going to discard. Okay. Oh, there's a condition. Which will not go into play until after turn 4. Okay. Because I already ended my turn. Alright, so here comes turn 4. We're going to move the Raven here. We get 3 power. Uh-oh. If you are doing what I'm doing in your play, be careful if you're playing Prince John, because he can definitely take advantage of this. And also against Gaston, because if I'm not mistaken, if you play 4 or more actions in one turn, that activates Gaston conditions. So be careful if you're playing against Gaston. Alright, so what shall we do? I've got my hand over here. Oh, well, first of all, we're going to activate this condition. So at the end of this turn, that condition will activate. So I'm going to keep it there just to kind of remind myself. But it's still in my hand. It's not being played. Okay. So let's go over to the Forbidden Mountains. Once again, we're going to move the Raven over there. We're going to play for 3 power. And I'm going to gain one of those back. The green fire. And I'm going to put the green fire here. And I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Alright. So there we go. I played it at a location that had an ally. Can't play where the Raven is. There you go. Alright. And so there you have it. And that's all I can do. So we're going to draw back up. This is still in my hand. And we're going to draw back at 4. Okay. Oh, I got the spinning wheel. Alright. So before I get faded, I'm going to do this condition. And so I have 3 or more allies. So I get to draw 3 cards and then discard 3 cards. Into my hand. So these are all from my hand. Alright. So I like the Savage Goons. And I like the spinning wheel, but I never can get it to play right. You know, every time I use it, it's never where it needs to be. So we're going to discard that for 1. We're going to discard 1 of you Savage Goons for 2. And, oh, what the heck. Let's just go ahead and discard this other Savage Goon. Okay. Alright. So, that condition is over. And I only have 3 cards because I played that condition. So now we're about to be faded. Uh-oh. Well, I can play more guards or increase the strength of those guards. Let's play more guards. We're going to cover up this. Can't play them here. So we're going to cover up the that move action there. All right. Okay. Well, first things first. We're going to move the Raven here. We're going to use this move action to move this green fire here. So I can come back here and use this as much as I want. And then we're going to move here to gain 3 power. And we're going to use that 3 power to play the Dreamless Sleep right here. So as long as I don't play allies here, I can move allies there, but I can't play allies here. And that hero up there has -2 strength. And any other heroes in that location have -2 strength. Alright. So, oh, that was turn 5. Okay, so that's all I can do there. Moving on. Okay, so now we're going to move the Raven. We're going to move the Raven here to gain 3 power. This is turn 6. We're going to move the Raven to gain 3 power. And we're going to play... Oh, we're going to go back. Whoops. Stand up. We're going to go back over here. We're going to move this green fire back over here. And then we're going to play for 2. Sinister Goon there. And did I gain my 1 power? I don't think I did. I gained the 3 from the Raven, but I didn't gain the 1. Okay. Alright, so. Oh, and those of you who are wondering, yes, you can move the green fire to Maleficent. You just can't move Maleficent to green fire. Okay, so there's a difference. Alright, so let's draw back up. And let's get faded again. We have 2 curses out there now. Alright, Hubert and more guards. I don't know. Because covering these actions would be a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Because the only other thing I can think of is playing Hubert here. And that would make these allies go over here. And then that way I could play, 2 ally-less places. But, they could easily be moved back. So we'll just cover the actions. Those are more difficult to recover from. So, yeah. A lot of guards. Interesting. Alright, and of course all my dragon forms are gone, so... Alright. Well, here's what we're going to do, folks. Turn 7. We're going to go over here. We're going to... Oh, wait, we don't get anything. But for 2, we're going to go ahead and play these Sinister Goons here. And I have a plan. Alright. So that was turn 7. Actually, I should have done that. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and get rid of them. I meant to play them and then vanquish them on the next turn, but that's okay. We'll just do that. No problem. At least they're gone now. Okay, so I used the 2 Sinister Goons to take out those guards. Waste of allies, but there you go. Alright, so now we're on turn 8. We're gonna go... Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot to move the Raven. Okay. Well, we're gonna move the Raven now. And... yeah, because I could have used the Raven to do the Vanquish action. Alright, so the Raven's gonna go... here. Move Dreamless Sleep here. And... then Maleficent is going to move here to gain 3. And then for 3, she's going to play... no. So I never gain the power. We're going to go here. Gain 2. We're going to move... that Sinister Goon there, and then for 3, we're going to play another green fire. Or I guess I could have played it there and then moved it over here, but doesn't matter now. And I'm going to discard nothing. But that was turn 8. Oh, good. That would have helped if I had defeated the hero on the last turn. Okay. Turn 9 after I get faded. Discard a curse with at a location with a hero. Yeah, sorry Flora, but we're going to play Once Upon a Dream to get rid of this curse. Boo. Okay. Not terrible. Not terrible. Alright, so we're going to... have the Raven move over here and gain 3 power. And then I'm going to go here myself and gain 3 power. And then use that 3 power to play Savage Goon. And that's it. Turn 10. Been looking for you, cacklers. Okay, so first we're gonna move the Raven. We're gonna move the Raven here to move this green fire. No, actually I'm gonna leave the green fire alone. We are going to move this Savage Goon, though. Or the Sinister Goon, excuse me. Move that Sinister Goon there. Actually, I take that back. We are going to move the Green Fire, so I can go here. Alright. So we're going to gain 2 power. Now I'm going to move... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. For 3, or excuse me, for 2, we're going to play Forest of Thorns. Okay. So all I have to do is play... Oh, I don't want to discard anything. I'm going to discard that Malice. And that's it. Okay. So I will win on the next turn unless the Fates can stop me. Okay, because I have... All I have to do is go here. Or actually, I can just have the Raven move anywhere and I can play the next card. So the Raven will win it for me. But it depends on what happens right here. Because Aurora can get rid of this force. Actually, any 4-strength hero can destroy this Forest of Thorns. And so we'll we'll see. Let's do it. There's or I could play her to a Dreamless Sleep location, but I don't have any Dreamless Sleeps out. So yep, Prince Philip. And he can also discard any allies at his location. So he's going to be played here. It's the only place he can be played. Well, effectively. He could be played over here, but that wouldn't be very effective. So it gets rid of both the Forest of Thorns and the Sinister Goon. Alright, no problem. No problem. Okay, so first things first, we're going to move... Oh dear. I may have raptured something. Ruptured something, not raptured. What the heck am I talking about? Alright, well, damage control. We're going to go over here. We're going to play for 3 Dreamless Sleep. And that's all I can play. Alright. Oh, no. Okay. So let's go back. Sorry. Okay. I meant to play the Raven. Alright, so the Raven is going to go here. And let me play for 1 a Cackling Goon. Now I'm going to go over here and for 3 play this turn 11 Dreamless Sleep there. So now Prince Philip is at 3 strength instead of 5, and he gets +1 for each hero, so he's actually 2, which is still not enough. But there you have it. And this condition activates because I definitely have 3 more allies, so we'll do that at the end of this turn. But before we do, let's go ahead and win this game. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the condition. So before we start turn 12, so I'll draw 3 cards. And we're going to oh, there's the staff. Okay, so we're going to discard these 3. I definitely don't need another Green Fire. Okay, so there we go. And now for turn 12, we're going to head over here. And we're going to use this play card action to play for 2 power. The Forest of Thorns. Maleficent wins. So there we have it, folks. Alright, so yes, very strategically use those move actions. They're very, very handy. And covering them up is essential whenever you play your heroes. The bad thing about the heroes in Maleficent's deck is that once she starts putting out the green fires, you're kind of limited. So try to put green fires in places where they're, and keep the Raven, because the Raven can go into green fire, Maleficent can't. So you can use the Raven to keep heroes from, or to keep the move actions going. So that's a good strategy as well. But there you have it, folks. That's new Maleficent, new and improved Maleficent. Is she better? I think so, because like I said before, she was very, very OP. in the last in the old version, because she could just play curses willy-nilly. She did have to start her turn. That was her only drawback. But now she can just, as soon as she plays that 4th curse, she wins. All right. So there you have it. That's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Stick around for more as we go dive more into this introduction to Evil Box. And be sure to like and subscribe. And I guess I'll see y'all on the other side. So this is your absent friend, signing off.